She tries to hook me up with cute guys, but more importantly, she hooked me up with cheap rent.
My agent hooked me up with 6 tickets to a great play.
She said she would hook me up with a free pair of shoes.
Hey, think you could hook us up with a ride?
The idiom hook someone up means to provide someone with something they need or want, often as a favor. It can also mean helping someone connect with a resource, person, or opportunity. For example, can you hook me up with tickets to the concert? This means the person is asking for help in getting concert tickets. Another example, my friend hooked me up with a great deal on a new phone. Here, it means the friend helped them get a good price for the phone. So, hook someone up is about helping or providing something, often in a casual or friendly way.
Ford wouldn't give me the time of day.
Come on, Dante. She was the girl who wouldn't give you the time of day back in high school.
All these kids who went to Harvard, they never gave me the time of day.
Your little brother was excited to see you. You didn't give him the time of day.
The idiom not give someone the time of day means to ignore someone completely or refuse to pay them any attention, often because you dislike or disapprove of them. For example, ever since their argument, she won't give him the time of day. This means she's ignoring him and refusing to acknowledge his presence. Another example, I tried to talk to the manager, but he wouldn't even give me the time of day. Here, it means the manager ignored the person and didn't take them seriously. So, not give someone the time of day vividly captures the idea of rejecting or ignoring someone entirely, even in small ways.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake!
It's a piece of cake.
This'll be a piece of cake.
It's gonna be a piece of cake. Oh, relax, fellas. This is gonna be a piece of cake.
The idiom piece of cake means something that is very easy to do or accomplish. It's often used to describe tasks or challenges that require little effort. For example, the math test was a piece of cake. I finished it in 10 minutes. This means the test was very easy for the person. Another example, don't worry about fixing the bike. It's a piece of cake once you know what to do. Here, it suggests that fixing the bike is a simple task. So, piece of cake is a fun way to say that something is straightforward or effortless to handle.
We all make mistakes.
You're preaching to the choir on that one, sister.
You're the coolest mom in town.
Well, Tony, you're preaching to the choir.
Life is sucky and hard.
Preaching to the choir, baby.
Being a woman sucks.
Preaching to the choir. Women are the worst.
The idiom preaching to the choir means to present an argument or give advice to people who already agree with you or support your point of view. It implies that your effort is unnecessary because the audience is already convinced. For example, you don't need to convince me that exercise is important. You're preaching to the choir. This means the person already believes in the importance of exercise, so the argument isn't needed. Another example, when he started talking about the benefits of recycling at the environmental club, he was just preaching to the choir. Here, it suggests that the audience already supports recycling, making the speech redundant. So, preaching to the choir highlights the irony of trying to persuade people who are already on your side.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it. I don't endorse it.
Yeah, about that, I don't buy it.
It's delicious.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, that sounds suspicious.
I know we're better than that. I don't buy it.
The phrase "I don't buy it" means that you don't believe or trust what someone is saying. It's often used when you think someone is lying, exaggerating, or making an unconvincing argument. For example, he said he missed the meeting because of traffic, but I don't buy it. This means you don't believe his excuse about the traffic. Another example, she claims she finished the project all by herself, but I don't buy it. Here, it suggests doubt about her claim of doing the work alone. So, I don't buy it is a casual way to express skepticism or disbelief in someone's words or actions.
Don't just be blurting stuff out.
Oh, secrets aren't something you blurt out at dinner.
I almost just blurted out that Barney used to date Robin.
So, whatever you want to say, just blurt it out.
The idiom blurt things out means to say something suddenly and without thinking, often revealing information that should have been kept private or spoken more carefully. For example, I didn't mean to ruin the surprise, but I accidentally blurted it out. This means the person revealed the surprise without intending to. Another example, he tends to blurt things out when he's nervous, which sometimes gets him into trouble. Here, it suggests that he speaks impulsively without considering the consequences. So, blurt things out refers to speaking impulsively, often in a way that leads to unintended consequences.
Your food is abysmal.
Your turnover ratio? Abysmal.
The female employment rate in government is abysmal.
But I must be honest, your soup is abysmal.
You didn't want to be with me, so clearly you have abysmal taste in men.
The word abysmal means something extremely bad, awful, or of very poor quality. It is often used to describe situations, performances, or conditions that are shockingly terrible. For example, the team's performance in the match was abysmal. They didn't even score a single point. This means the team played very poorly. Another example, the service at the restaurant was abysmal. We waited an hour just for water. Here, it highlights how terrible the service was. So, abysmal is a strong way to emphasize how bad or unacceptable something is.
I'm sorry I punched the guy, although he had it coming and I'd do it again.
Gil, I've been meaning to tell you. You're fired.
Yeah, guess I had it coming.
Maybe he's not who you thought. You make it sound like he had it coming.
Kinda had that coming.
The idiom "have something coming" means to deserve a particular outcome, usually because of one's actions, whether positive or negative. It's often used when someone's behavior leads to consequences they earned. For example, he was always rude to his colleagues, so when he got fired, he had it coming. This means his actions caused the negative outcome, and he deserved it. Another example, she's been working so hard on the project. The promotion she got was something she had coming. Here, it suggests that her hard work led to a well-deserved positive result. So, have something coming implies that the outcome, good or bad, is a direct result of one's behavior or efforts.
Wow, I'm a little taken back, I'm not gonna lie.
He and Ken are best friends, but were completely taken aback when Josie and Scott started dating.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be here. Somewhat, taken back by walking in and having seen how beautiful this place is.
When they questioned me about the day of the murder, I was in shock. Okay, I was taken back.
The idiom "taken aback" means to be surprised or shocked by something unexpected, often in a way that leaves you momentarily unsure of how to respond. For example, I was taken aback when she suddenly apologized. I didn't expect it at all. This means the person was surprised by the unexpected apology. Another example, he was taken aback by the harsh criticism during the meeting. Here, it suggests that the criticism caught him off guard and surprised him. So, taken aback describes the feeling of being startled or surprised by something unexpected.
I'm gonna pay you back.
Yeah, Luke, I'd really like to believe you, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
I'm gonna call you.
All right, I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, and you're gonna tell me everything later. I've heard it before. You know what, this time I'm not gonna hold my breath.
I mean, I want to get married by the time I'm like 30. Don't hold your breath.
The idiom "not hold one's breath" means not to expect something to happen or not to rely on it happening anytime soon, if at all. It's often used to express doubt or skepticism. For example, he said he'd pay me back soon, but I'm not holding my breath. This means the person doesn't believe they'll be paid back quickly or at all. Another example, she promised to call, but don't hold your breath waiting for her. Here, it implies that the call is unlikely to happen. So, not hold one's breath is a humorous or cautious way to say you're not expecting something to happen or happen quickly.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Big fool.
Speaker at the sales convention. Been there, done that.
Please clap. Been there, done that, had that.
No. Jail is jail. Been there, done that. Ain't going back.
You left a lot of this stuff, like the been there, done that section.
The idiom "been there, done that" means that someone has already experienced or done something, often implying they're not interested in doing it again or find it unimpressive. For example, you should try skydiving. it's such a thrill. Nah, been there, done that. This means the person has already tried skydiving and isn't excited about doing it again. Another example, they're offering free samples at the event. Thanks, but been there, done that. It's always the same stuff. Here, it suggests the person has attended similar events before and finds them unremarkable. So, been there, done that is a casual way of saying you've already experienced something and aren't particularly enthusiastic about it anymore.